Hello map friends, and welcome to Eve's Worldbuilding, a channel all about fantasy map making, world building, and of course all things creative and fun. This is my silly little video series called Eve's Worldbuilding Diary, where I'm keeping a video journal of sorts, documenting my creative process through different map making projects and sharing some of the behind the scenes world building and other cheeky things, and just general little snippets of my life as a fantasy cartographer. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, then do feel free to click the subscribe button and also leave a comment about your current world building, map making, or general fantasy creative project. So today's video is going to be just a quick little chat from me, and then I will of course cut to the map progress on the Vita Mundus or Life World map, which I'm currently drawing. This is part of a series of maps which I'm attempting to do documenting the human experience. So yeah, it's kind of philosophical but also kind of fun. The other thing that I wanted to share, which isn't really map related but something I am very excited about and something I'm curious about your thoughts on. Recently I moved house, and with the house came a DVD player. When I was a young adult, a teenager and a young adult, DVDs were like still very much in use, and I had a huge collection of DVDs. But since the rise of streaming platforms like Netflix and Amazon Prime and things like that, HBO, more and more I kind of ended up not using my DVDs and getting everything through streaming platforms. But since we've moved to this new house and I was confronted with this DVD player, I was kind of like, I actually really like the idea of having owning media, and I wondered what your thoughts were about it. Do you like using streaming services? Do you feel like they have ended up becoming more of an ill than a convenience because you have to pay to watch the things that you love? So anyway, let me know what you think about streaming platforms and whether you prefer to have media. Do you still use CDs and records? I know that those are very much back in. Vinyl is very cool now. So yeah, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on it. But I thought I would just share a couple of the DVDs that I got from my local charity shop. Yeah, let me know if you've seen any of them, if they're something that you're interested in. So the first one is a classic teenage movie. It's Mean Girls. I love this film. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more to say about it really. It's just really iconic. Film, and I felt like it was a must-have for my collection. Then I have A Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger, and Heath Ledger is one of my favourite actors. I really love his films in general, and it's such a sad thing that he passed away so young. But yeah, I love this film. Then we have Bridget Jones' Diary, again another classic rom-com situation. Then we have, I don't know how many people will have seen this, but I was obsessed with this film when I was younger, Johnny English. And yeah, he's just this chaotic secret agent gentleman, and I just remember it being really hilarious, so I'm interested to watch it again as an adult and see if I still find it as hilarious as I did when I was a kid. Then we have a classic film, Forrest Gump. I haven't watched this film for ages, but I remember that I did used to watch it over and over again, and I mean, Tom Hanks is just an incredible actor, and there's a reason that this film is so widely renowned. Okay, so the next one you're probably gonna roll your eyes at a little bit, but I love it. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. It's Twilight. Yeah, I was a 15-year-old girl when the Twilight phenomenon hit. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't immune to vampires and werewolves, not wearing shirts and sparkling and fighting over girls. Like, what teenage girl wouldn't want that? So yeah, I unfortunately was Team Edward from the books, but from the films, Team Jacob. So make of that what you will. Were you Team Edward or Team Jacob? This is the hard-hitting question that I need to ask you today. Don't worry about the streaming question. That's way more involved and nuanced. Team Edward or Team Jacob? Okay, one of the last ones. We've just got a classic, Shawshank Redemption. Love this film. Not really much more to say about it. It's just iconic and everybody should watch it. Then I was really excited because there was Planet Earth, narrated by the one and only David Attenborough. Sir David Attenborough. I'm sorry, sir. I love all of David Attenborough's documentaries. I was hoping that they would have the ocean one. There is an ocean disc in here, but they had one all of, like a whole series just about the ocean, which I used to watch endlessly. A fun fact for people who are new to Eve's Worldbuilding is that I in fact did a master's degree in marine biology and conservation. So yeah, I really like the sea. And the whole planet Earth is very fascinating and very handy for world building. The first Pirates of the Caribbean film, hell yeah. Then we have Love Actually. And then finally, we have Nanny McPhee. I just really enjoyed this film. It's magical, it's whimsical, it's silly. There's mischievous children. There's also Emma Thompson and Colin Firth again. I swear all of these films pretty much have Colin Firth in. It's a very disproportionate amount of films that I own that have Colin Firth in. He's not my favourite actor. I mean, I think he's a good guy. He's a good guy, Colin Firth. I guess he has a certain awkward charm to him. Yeah, I just like this film. And I mean, at 25 cents a piece, I think it was a bargain. So yeah, that's my mini DVD haul. Maybe I will share more in the future if I have riveted you with this list of DVDs. Maybe I can actually switch from doing maps to doing DVD reviews. Who knows? Anything could happen over here on Eve's Worldbuilding. But anyway, let's get on to the more important business at hand, which is the drawing of maps. So let's have a look at Dormia. So this is what we have so far. And as you can see, we've made pretty good progress on the inking. We've finished all of the water lines around the outside. All of the name places are inked except for the title, because I'm still not completely 100% sure that I want to stick with that name. We've got all of the mountains done. We've got the cliffs, the hills. And then today, the main thing I've been working on is finishing the water lines in the river. And then also I have been doing the forest of Iniquia. Yeah, this is the mystical and mysterious forest of Iniquia. I've tried to do a mixture of trees that kind of, rather than it just being a typical forest, I wanted to try and capture the fact that it was slightly uncanny valley because of the nature of the magic that exists in that part of the world, and the druids that live in Viara are very much into lucid dreaming and kind of very psychedelic and spiritual practices, which mean that they often go into the forest. And as you can see, I've kind of done lots of different paths through Iniquia, including these two little spirals, which I don't know if I'll be able to zoom in really well, but I've drawn some little mushroom circles on them because, yeah, people don't really know how to go through Iniquia unless they are the druids from Viara. It's kind of like a really hard place to make a map for, because the people that live around the area in other areas of Dormia just don't really know and can't traverse Iniquia. But I think overall it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So I think that's going to be all for today, folks. I hope that you have a wonderful morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world. And of course, happy mapping!